Hey guys, Death Drink here, and today's video is going to be about Ren fighting Yukio and Satan, and what came before it, and why it happened, and what happens after that fight. Now, I will be breaking this up into like 3 sections, maybe 4, we'll see. But let's start with this first section. How this fight started was an extremely complex situation of their psychology. Ren always being the more powerful, inherently more powerful physical fighter and spiritual fighter since, he has Satan's flame. He's always had the extra oomph and firepower to actually fight whatever's in front of him. But what Yukio doesn't know about Ren is that Ren himself holds a lot of self-doubt and a lot of hatred towards himself for his past and his actions as a kid. So when Yukio is basically saying that he isn't worth it, he's basically shitting in Ren's face at that point, just saying, I'm not good enough because you're better than me. What Ren's saying is the opposite. Ren's saying how perfect Yukio is compared to him, how smart he is, how good of a planner he is, how good he is with his hands, and how good he is as a fighter. He's seeing this perfect person that he wants to be, but Yukio seeing Ren and thinks he wants to be him. He wants that same power, which leads Yukio to shoot Ren numerous times, kill him at one point, break his Coma Sword, which is what killed him, and then Ren just sees Yukio as someone who's estranged, just trying to get through the day, basically. He worries about Yukio, but it's just, he doesn't actively try to stop it. He doesn't know what's happening because he's naive. He's naive against everything. He doesn't realize what the consequences for his actions are most of the time. Which leads to the fight, and after seeing his past, it leads him to think, oh wow, I shouldn't have done those actions, but I can't take those back. Everything I took for granted, which is when he starts crying, saying he's so stupid, he took everything for granted, he was so naive, which actually led to the fight and how he would actually fight his brother now instead of his old mindset, which was, I will never fight my own brother. That's not right in any regard. I hope this made sense because I'm not repeating it again. I've had like 8 different failed recordings from laptop quality audio, which I might put at the end of the video because it kept failing. But yes, there's 2 more sections after this, which will explain the fight itself, and then what I think is going to happen after this fight and where the story's leading to. Okay, let's start with what I really, really liked about the fight. The art, the choreography, the emotions, the tension. Basically, I liked everything about the fight except for one thing, and that's how she really made Ren look weak in the end. I get that he sealed himself, but that was just kind of like eh. But I do love the way the fight ended. I think that was a perfect climax to their fight. I think it was a fucking solid 9 ending to that fight. But let's go back to the beginning of the fight. It starts off with basically Ren not wanting to harm Yukio, and him only wanting to punch him to get some sense into him. Which goes back to the very first chapters when he said, I will never fight my brother. Ren grew out of that naivety of his past self after seeing his past, literally his past, and how he was born and raised. Then we get in the middle of the fight when Satan steps in. Ren basically calls him a nuisance as he forges his own Kirikara blade and stabs Yukio through the eye. Basically showing that Ren isn't afraid to fight his own father who created everything in fucking existence. It adds a whole new layer to Ren's character. And then when they're falling from the ship after fighting, after Yukio uses a bunch of intelligent moves like blowing up an entire room full of coal tars and shit like that, and Red using his eyeglasses bomb, I fucking love that scene, it's funny. He basically gets told by Satan to give up. He's like, Ren, you need to give up and fall back into line with what I want you to do so you can be my vessel and shit like that. So as he's falling, he says, I can't give up. Everyone else died so I could live. And then he stabs Yukio through the eye, basically getting rid of Satan As he does that, he chops the entire goddamn fucking metal city in half. Like, holy crap, dude. And then he seals himself during the fight. Basically gets over his fear of his inner demon. Seals himself. Becomes human again for a while. And then they have a real fight full of nothing but emotional tension between their brothers. This is my personal favorite part of the fight. I love the art there dramatically. Like, the art there so fucking good. Like, that punch. Oh my god. It's the one in the thumbnail. That I could feel that punch resonating. Like, holy shit. Now let's get into the last part of this review. I also forgot to mention, this is Editor Crank, about the speech that Rin gave to Yukio, saying that he needed Yukio to get stronger and better as a person, and then Yukio expresses the same sentiment to Rin. I forgot to mention that, I don't know why. You know, I'll let Alex Jones say it.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
How do I start this other than saying Funk Flex dropped the fucking bomb on him? Because holy shit, they brought back Shiryu. They brought back Shiryu. What the fuck? Not just any Shiryu, the perfect clone for immortality for Satan. How? What the fuck? I wish we had a chapter this month, but she's on a 2-month break, which is fine by me. She deserves it after 12 years of non-stop work. Now I'm done with the tangent. Here's how I think it's going to affect the plot. Ren and Yukio are pretty much fine with each other now. Good lord, I can't speak. And Yukio apologized to everyone for how he's been acting. He apologized to Ren for most out of everyone there because he hurt Ren the most. Yeah, he might have pointed a gun at Bon, but he didn't shoot him. He didn't literally kill his own brother and disregard his own brother's feelings. Because he wanted to gain power like Ren. Now, I think their relationship's going to take time to change and get better. But right now, it has a lot of potential to be one of the best relationships of the series, considering Yukio has now completely changed. I wouldn't say completely, but he's trying to get better as a person. For Ren and everyone else's sake. He finally realized he doesn't have to die to end this. But yeah, tell me your thoughts below about the fucking 8-month fight we've had. Which is why I haven't really uploaded a Bob Blue Exorcist, because I wanted to wait for the fight to end. But yeah, Death Quick out. Peace.